So what's new in Warframe this week? As the game locks up again. For the Archon hunt, it's Archon Nera for a... That doesn't sound right, but we'll continue on. It's Archon Nera for an Amber Archon Shard, meaning Bird 3 will be selling a Crimson Archon Shard. So, mobile defense mission, followed by Interception, then Showdown to take on Nera for... I now have to check this. The Amber Archon Shard was in fact a Mer last week. For normal Duviri circuit, for your choice of frames this week, it is a choice of Saren parts, Vauban parts, or Nova's parts. Nova is always worth getting a hold of. For the Steel Path Duviri circuit, the Incarnate Genesis devices this week are the Torrid, the Dual Toxist, the Dual Ichor, the Mitre, or the Atmos. If you have all of these, you can of course go for a Rifle Riven mod, a Pistol Riven mod, or a Melee Riven mod, or, even though Ordis is hiding it, 20,000 Kuva. Nightwave this week, Elite Acts, exchange 10 Riven Slithers for a Riven mod. That would be on Earth, and it's Iron Wake. Just go there, see the person there, easily done. That's a 3-second elite weekly. The other elite would be Kill the Prophet Taker. At least that one takes a little bit of time. Kind of balances itself out really. One takes a lot of time, one takes a lot of seconds. And of course, normals being polarize a weapon, companion, or warframe. Save that one, save that one. Do not rush to do that one. It will be done, I want to say later this week. More on that at the end of the video. And open 30 lockers, as well as the normal weeklies, of course. The cred offerings this week, we have the usuals, as well as the Wolf of Saturn 6 Dark Glyph, which means it's basically nighttime outside. I do love Gaia's alternate helmet. They did a few of them where they've basically got crystals on their head. This one would of course be another crown. A few of them have crowns on them these days. Jade's alternate helmet is of course here. That I'm really happy to say. I still don't know if I prefer that one or her standard one. Corvex's is here as well. There is the Wolf Hood blueprint to build the Wolf Hood for your operator / drifter. There is the Dual Keris Solstice skin blueprint. Just like every other Solstice skin, these look amazing. They really do. Most of the Solstice skins do look ridiculously nice. Augment-wise, dizzying rounds for the Bronco, critical precision for the Tiburon, power of 3 quiver augment for Ivora. Just no. Rumbled? I want to call it the Rumbler Augment for Atlas, and the Supra's accuracy while aiming augment. Aura-wise, Rifle Scavenger can be pretty useful. Physique, remembering it's plus 20% maximum health, base health, not modded health. Shield Disruption, minus 18% shield capacity for... minus 18% shield capacity for enemies, so they lose shields. Pistol Scavenger, and if you don't have it, now is the time to pick it up. Physique can be useful, but health regen and energy regen in one, very universal, will fit in any slot aura. That is ridiculously useful, and I hope they bring out more universal aura mods fairly soon. There is the Atarax Desert Camo Skin blueprint. Spin a little bit faster. The Dual Zoran Daggerak skin blueprint, Glassmaker ornaments, landing craft decoration, Emissary emblem, emblem so it goes on your shoulder, Jaw Sword blueprint, this would be for the actual Jaw Sword, the melee weapon, as is the Heat Sword, though the Heat Sword better than the Jaw Sword, and definitely better than the Ceramic Dagger blueprint, which is also here to build the actual ceramic dagger. There is the Wolf Beacon The only way to get the parts for the Wolf Sledge outside of trading is to get the Wolf of Saturn 6 to come after you in a mission. You need the Wolf Beacon to do so. You can have many of these, you can only use one per mission. Oh, it would be so evil to use this on a level 260 mission now, wouldn't it? Really, really would. There is the Grohl's Thumpath Roof and the Exurgus Shock Camo Skin Blueprint. And before anybody mentions it, ammo efficiency on the Viper just really isn't worth it. Checking in on Teshin for the Steel Path Honor store this week, it is of course the return of the Umbra Forma Blueprint. This is what you really want to be saving your Steel Essence for, assuming you have built Excalibur Umbra. Otherwise it doesn't really make sense because that's how you get the Umbral mods. So without the Umbral mods you don't really need this, but once you have access to the Umbral mods, it's the only way to get it outside of special alerts if Digital Extreme actually run any. Though they are doing that for the next few days. It is there for the next 4 days. Mine has been done, so obviously it doesn't show up there, but there will be one for an Umbra Forma. Do it. Even if you don't need the Umbra Forma right now, do it so you have it for later. And I seem to have completely and utterly broken the game and can't actually get to Necraloid to have a look at what the Deep Archimedia mission is this week, because it is Alchemy, where Xmas units always drop Ampforce, but they are the only units that drop them, and enemies will only take damage if a player is within 15 meters of them. Then you have to go on to Disruption without changing your loadout, where 2 Necromech Demolishers will attack any conduit, but their health is reduced, and slaying enemies burst with Void Energy. Then onto Assassination, remembering all 3 of them have to be done back to back without changing your loadout once, with the Fragmented Tide never stops attacking. Ooh, that actually sounds more fun than it does anything else. And Slow Moving Immortal Duviri Limnus, drain health and energy from allies who get too close. This is what I meant earlier by the level 200 and something mission. I would say Disruption mission, summon the wolf, and regret it later because he's going to be almost impossible to kill at that level. He is annoying to take out, but this, without summoning him in it, is still worth doing because, of course, Tau Forged Archon Shards, which I do believe on the 15th, yep, on the 15th of November at 2 PM ET, there will be another Tenno Unite alert that goes live that will get you a Crimson and an Amber and an Azura Tau Forged Archon Shard. So keep an eye out for that on Friday, because that's definitely going to be worth doing, because that is one of each. Guaranteed. And lastly, don't forget, this Wednesday, November the 13th, Zaku Prime Access will launch with the Quarsus Prime, which is of course the Warfan, and the Trumna Prime, which is one of the better weapons they have done in some time. There will be Prime accessories if you want to buy them with real money, whereas the rest of the Prime access will drop in game. With a new Prime though comes a new Prime vaulting, and still unconfirmed, so this is nothing more than a guess based on who was last to be vaulted. I think it is Baruch Prime that will be entering the Prime Vault, meaning the relics for Baruch Prime, the Cobra and Crane Prime, and the Ephurus Prime, which I'm now just noticing I haven't got pictures of the weapons yet. Huh. The relics for these will be entering the Prime Vault, but you will still be able to crack relics open if you have them, trade for the relics, trade for the parts, build the parts. It's just new relics will not be dropping in exchange for Zaku Prime kind of having their relics coming out, so the relic pool is not full of older Prime frames. This does mean that Zaku Prime will be coming out. Baruch Prime, if it is Baruch Prime that is being vaulted, will probably appear in a year or so in the Prime Resurgence. But with that, we'll leave this off here for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.